Hello, good morning. So, welcome to my channel, Yoga with Joy. And I hope you're having a lovely day so far. This is day 25 on our on our ReConnect yoga journey. So one more day to go after this one. And it's all about reconnecting with our bodies and ourselves and just really deepening into our practice. Also just learning to love and trust our body. So that's the main thing of this whole month together. So if you haven't already, you could subscribe to my channel just down below, and and if you want to join our membership program, then you can. That means we meet at the moment. We meet once a week, as much as possible. Sometimes I'm busy doing other things, but generally it's once a week. We meet for a yoga class, and any other perks like members only videos and things like that. And also you can sign up to my mailing list at yogawithjoy.co.uk. That's always just great to stay in touch, and I'll let you know about things that are happening. Okay, so wonderful to have you here, and do put your name and say hi if you want to. There's often quite a few silent yogis who stay the whole time, but I don't know who you are, where you're from, but that's fine. And maybe you're on the telly or something and you can't comment. So I will start without much further ado. Just readjust things. Okay, so making yourself nice and comfortable in your seated position, whatever that is. And just feeling your body here on the mat or on the chair, wherever you are. Feeling connected with the earth beneath. And then we'll start to slightly deepen the inhale of the breath and lengthen the exhale. Allowing your body to relax as you breathe. Inviting in a softening to your muscles. Feel that softening around the neck. And around the brow. And feel a gentle softening around your shoulders. And softening down your arms And start to notice maybe a gentle lengthening as you inhale. The base of the spine, up through your spine to the top of the spine where it meets your head, your skull. And just keep breathing in this gentle and conscious way. So you're gently moving your body with the breath. So just a very subtle movement where you're encouraging the softening and lengthening. We'll just slowly place your one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, your heart space. I love and trust my body. I love and trust my body. I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. And then gently lowering the hands, move forwards and backwards. Stretching the spine, flexing and extending. You might want to move your neck. Even from side to side as you do this. You can take separate movements or flowing movements. So rather than just moving forwards and backwards, let's begin to bring in a bit of freestyling. So you can move your spine, shoulders, your head in different ways. A bit like we do when we're on all fours. You might just feel into however your body would like to move. And just keep gently, softly moving in this way. Flowing with your movements. With the breath. And then start to move together in a circle. And then the other way. Circling round with the breath. Just keeping your movements slow and flowing. Slowly spiraling inwards. And then without stopping your movement, you can just move over into the twist, running the hands down the thighs. Just gently breathing with these soft twisting movements, and you can start to bring the hand to the opposite side, hand behind you, twisting a little bit more, exhaling over into the twist. And then gently coming back to center, placing the left hand down and the right hand up, coming to the side stretch, so circling your arm. And some deep, gentle breaths. Feeling the breath nice and even. And then lifting up and stretching back. And then placing the hand down and onto the other side and taking circles with your arm. Lovely, steady and gentle breaths. And then reaching your arm back. And then placing back down and bringing yourself back up. Lovely. So your feet in front with your planted on the mat, your knees up, and then gently rocking from side to side. With the breath, so you're just breathing gently. And then back up to center. That's lovely. I'm going to bring the feet together and the knees apart. And just rock from side to side. And then gently coming to stillness, or coming up straight rather than up. Sitting up, and then start to move down. You might not be still. Moving down and gently folding forwards as far as your body wants to go. And just hanging your head. Breathing into the stretch. And slowly making your way back up. Coming into kneeling. Maybe with the outside edge of the legs. Sorry, the lower legs on the outside edge of your upper legs. That might be what's happening. If that's too much, just come into kneeling. Might be too much on your knee. And just resting back. So if you're someone who lies back in Virasana, this one, then please do. Otherwise, you just rest back. Like this, stretching out the quads around the front of the pelvis. And just some even, slow breaths. And gently coming up and releasing the legs, and then coming onto all fours. Moving slowly from side to side. Lovely. And start to include your shoulders, so you're snaking the spine. Bringing the movement to stillness for a moment, and then starting to move your trunk around in circles. So inhaling down, you're exhaling up and lifting up your abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor. As you exhale, it's lovely. You can go really slowly if you need to, and the other way. And then gently coming to stillness. Let's place one hand in front, so like the right one in front, then lower down, you're stretching out the right side. Taking a few breaths here. So your left arm is, your hand is kind of by your face. It's where it was when you were in cat. And gently moving up, that's lovely, and stretching out the other side. So the right arm is relaxed. And stretching the left arm. And slowly bring yourself back up. Stretching out the right leg. So you might be rocking it back or stretching it out. And lowering the knee down and stretching out the left leg. Lovely. Then bringing your knees back hip width, and actually we'll bring them in now so they're touching each other, the knees. Do take a little break on your wrists. You've been there for a while. Maybe dance out your wrist. And we're going to come into the tiger exercise. So really engaging your core. So this is nice chance to really lift navel back to spine. And then inhale, lifting up the right leg. You're keeping yourself pretty steady as much as possible. And exhale, nose to knee underneath. Inhale up and look up. Exhale. As you exhale, the drawing the belly in. Inhale, really strengthening, toning through your glutes. Exhale. Inhale. If it's a bit pinchy on your lower back, just don't bring the leg up so far. Inhale. Exhale. And you can go quite, as long as you're even, as long as you're keeping steady, you can go at quite a pace. Or go nice and slowly to make sure you're staying steady. And then lowering down that knee, and then the leg, and then gently rock from side to side, taking any movement, any scoops of the pelvis. So we'll lift up the left leg, engaging your core. Inhale. Oh, sorry. Yeah, is that right? Left leg. Yeah. Exhale. Inhale. So keeping the pace so that you're still steady, not rocking around. So making sure if you need to, you're going much slower like this. If you need to. And make sure that it's all about core strength, really. So if you've got any if your core's compromised at all, you might need to just go slower, keep yourself stable. It's because it's a slight balance, actually. If you're balancing on one knee. One more. And then down. And we'll just rock from side to side. And coming down onto the mat. Back into child. Relaxing for a moment. And you can always take some movements with your wrists. We'll stretch the hands in front so you're really stretching out nice and far. Lifting up onto your fingers. So you're cupping your hands, stretching out your arms. Placing your hands down, taking a breath in as you come up, and then exhale back into half downward dog. So you've got bent knees. And then inhale up onto tiptoes into an acute dog. Nice and high, stretching up. And exhale down to the full expression of downward facing dog. Then slowly walking your feet towards your hands, one big toe at a time, just really nice and slowly till you're at the front of the mat in Uttanasana, the forward fold. Just hanging here in Uttanasana. Then slowly lifting through the arches of the feet, bending the knees and rolling your spine up so that you're standing here in Tadasana, the mountain, with your feet about hip width apart, so not very wide at all, and your outside edges of your feet are in line with the mat. Arms by your side. Resting through your shoulders and your arms. And then bringing your hands to your heart in Namaste. And we'll gently exhale up, lifting the arms up and coming up onto tiptoes, and then inhale down. Exhale up and through in prayer. Bring the arms out by the side as you inhale down. So you're coming up, your heels are leaving the mat, coming up onto your toes. Inhale up. Sorry, exhale up and then inhale down. Exhale up. So really engaging your core, pelvic diaphragm. And then inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale down. That's lovely. Okay. So from here, we're going to step back into Trikonasana. So you've got similar to a warrior width of your legs, but a little bit closer. The back foot's in about 15 degrees. Heel to arch alignment. You've got a softening at the front to begin with, and then it becomes straight. So arms are parallel with the mat. Softening through the face, shoulders, and feeling yourself being moved gently forward. And then exhale, lifting through the top arm, from the heart down to the earth, up to the sky. Lovely. And so you can make sure you don't lock out the back knee, so we're not overstretching the knee. Soften the knee. And taking a few breaths. Remember, you might be up here, and that's fine. You just need to, so that making sure you're not collapsing forward like this. Opening up the shoulder. And slowly bringing yourself back up. That's lovely. Before we move to the other side, we're going to come into a balance where we're planting the left leg and then the right leg is coming on top. So this is, I don't know. I don't know the Sanskrit name for this, if there is one. I think it's a version of a traditional Sanskrit balance, but it isn't really. So I call it number 4 legs because it looks like they're in the number 4. So bringing the hands at the heart, really engaging your core so you're not like hurting your lower back, because you might end up being like this. So just being a bit careful. Inhale. And then slowly bring yourself down. And it might be that you're able to bend forward and stretch out your right hip, your glute area. You'll slowly bring yourself down and then stretching. Otherwise, stand in balance. And you could also just do tree if it's too much. Just do a tree posture. Softening into this stretch. Really breathing, stretching out the side of the hip. It's quite strong, actually. It also gets called standing pigeon. And then slowly, I've got a wall cheating. Bring yourself back up. But walls are helpful. And then bringing down. Oh, the leg. That's quite strong. If you fold forward, well, that's really strong. Okay, so moving into Trikonasana on the other side. So just loosening the knee, opening up the arms. Taking a breath in and then feeling yourself moving over to the left, down, finding your place. Right arm up to the sky, left arm down to the earth, really from the heart, opening up. The shoulders are stacked on top of each other. And so some deep, steady breaths. Lovely. And then if you can, your head's looking up towards your hand. Hasta drishti. And slowly feeling lengthening through this top arm. And then coming back up. Hands to the heart. Stepping forward. Planting the right leg. And so then the left leg is coming into number 4. Taking a breath in. You're either staying here or coming into a tree, a version of tree. Really engaging your core. Exhale. Folding forward. So the ankle is above the knee, by the way. So not on the knee. And just really soften your toes down if they're, so lift them up and soften them if they're gripping onto the mat. You would have bent your knee if you're coming down. Soften your head, around your neck, and your shoulders and arms if you're down here. That's lovely. And then just looking up and gently bring yourself back up. That's lovely. Looking after your lower back, engaging your core, and releasing. There we are. And just moving from side to side. That's great. Okay, so let's bring the feet together. Just open up your arms. Lift up onto tiptoes. And then bring yourself down on tiptoes and take a hug of your knees. It's another balance, so you need to engage your core. And then gently bringing yourself down. That's fantastic. And I think it's time to have a little lie down and take some supine stretches. Coming onto your back in semi-supine with your feet at the edge of the mat. And just gently rock the knees from side to side so you've got kind of a wide twist. Stretching out your hips, thighs. Really release the breath and let yourself just really relax. And then coming back up, so your knees are up towards the ceiling. Draw your knees into the chest and just rock around. That last balance is quite full on, so you might notice it in your lower back. Then planting your feet down, your knees are at the ceiling, hands down by your side. Exhale, curving pelvis up. And then bringing yourself up into the bridge. Peeling your vertebrae off the mat, your spine, until you're up onto, around about your shoulders, shoulder blades, and then just holding with the breath here for a little bit. So your knees are still hip width apart, making sure they're not opening too wide, keeping them hip width, feet are hip width apart. And then gently placing the spine down carefully back onto the mat and coming back down. And on the next exhale, gently curving, scooping the pelvis and then peeling your spine off the mat, coming up into this wonderful bridge. Really great for strengthening around your glutes, around your pelvic floor, your back, quads. Deep breath. On the next exhale, you're slowly placing your spine back down onto the mat. And take any movements you need to. And one more time. Exhale, peeling your spine off the mat, engaging your glutes, softening any areas that are not engaged. So like softening on your belly, softening your arms. Remember to keep the knees parallel. Breath in and then exhale slowly, lowering down onto the mat. And you can draw your knees into the chest. Have a rock around. That's lovely. Then bring your knees together and we'll move the knees together in a circle. Massaging your back. And the other way. And back to center. That's lovely. Stretching your legs up. And we could just hold, this is a bit of a core strengthener. Toning the core. So hopefully this is okay for you. You just hold in what sometimes gets referred to as waterfall. You just have your feet up parallel. So it's like a Supta Dandasana. So it's like this reclining staff posture. So you're like at a right angle. Making sure that you really engage your core so that you're not arching your lower back. And it's actually something really lovely about it because it's also like legs up the wall, which you're actually welcome to do instead if you want. So you actually can just turn to the wall and put your legs up the wall, which will be less active on your core and your legs. It's pretty active. You can have a little feel around your legs, feel all the muscles that are engaged. It's quite interesting. Strong, you get strong leg muscles doing things like this. And then we'll lower down the knees. And then coming into happy baby. Just gently rocking from side to side. That's lovely. Then if we got a little bit of time just to stretch out into a wide leg stretch. So either you've got your hands on your feet, toes, big toes, or you've got your hands behind your thighs and your knees. And breathing here. Lovely. And then lowering the legs down. We'll come down into Shavasana. Final relaxation. Just rest here, feeling your body. It's really weighted down on the mat. Just noticing the front of your body resting on the back of your body. And the points of contact that your body is making with the mat. Inviting in a softening around those points. Softening around your face, your jaw, and your shoulders. Your whole body can relax here. And feeling the air on your skin. Feeling the stillness of your body. And within the stillness of breath. With one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. I love and trust my body. I love and trust my body. I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. And slowly making some movements. You might want to stretch so your hands and your feet right across your body all the way through. Nice big stretch. And then over onto your side. Of course, you can stay longer. I don't always say that. And then making your way up into a seated position. And just taking a few full breaths here. Hands at the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. And yeah, and thank you for those of you who have been joining every day. It's amazing. Whether it's live or in the videos afterwards. So lovely to know you're here. So tomorrow is our last day, as I said before. That's rather sad and exciting. And so unless you want to say hello, I will see you tomorrow, and looking forward to it. So have a wonderful day. We've got a message from Alex. That's great. I'm so pleased you've had a lovely break on your day off. That's really nice. That's great. Are you in the UK? So if you're meeting, are you here at the same time as me, being 9:45 in the morning. So okay, well, lots of love, and see you soon. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to trying to end the stream, but are you a resident of Denmark? Okay, great. So it's an hour ahead. Is DK Denmark? I think it must be. Great. Well, hello to Denmark as well. I've been to Denmark. Really lovely place. Really nice. Okay. Some love to you all. Bye.